Coming up number 6, who does not and has not ever received as much respect in the business as he did, but he done great business, and that is our Uncle Ivan Koloff, man, a former WWWF champion who is yet to be inducted into their fucking bullshit Hall of Fame, but he should be in every fucking Hall of Fame there is. Number 6, Ivan Koloff.
The Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ivan Koloff, the Russian Bear. I have been a wrestler for over 50 years. I've traveled throughout the world, been champion many times. WWF, WWE, NWA. I've been overseas to Japan, Australia, the Middle East. Yes, I've wrestled out over. I've wrestled a lot of big opponents, small opponents, tough guys, weak guys. I didn't care who it was. All I wanted to do was go in, beat them up, wring their neck, break their arm, whatever it took to be able to be victorious.
Capitalist dog.
Great body, great top, great worker.
Yeah, beat Bruno for the WWWF title.
I noticed that whenever I went up to the top and came off one, and I covered them like it was just like 1, 2, and you expect to kick off, but it's 3. So the people couldn't believe it. And they're real quiet. You could hear a pin drop.
The night in the garden when he became the champion, that was I really believe to this day that there was a first in the history of wrestling, because people were so stunned that night that there was fear of a riot, but it was the opposite. You could have heard a pin drop. We had 22,000 people in Madison Square Garden. You could have heard people were so shocked they were paralyzed. They couldn't believe it, because I had been champion at that time for 8 years.
Ivan Koloff beating Bruno Sammartino is a memory that I will never, ever, ever forget. And when Ivan Koloff came off that top rope and did the knee drop, and I thought Bruno was going to kick out, and he got the 1, 2, 3. Everyone at the Garden, the fans, everyone, I think even the referee was like, whoa, I can't believe this has finally happened after all these years. There was a dead silence.
Even though Ivan had always been a tremendous opponent of mine in the eyes of all the people, but because, I had wrestled him previously, I think that maybe they didn't expect that would happen.
They couldn't really believe it at first, I suppose, because they've watched Bruno for 7.5 years, win every match, month after month, year after year, I mean, he might get disqualified or both get disqualified or something, but never beat.
I don't know how many younger listeners we have. And I know there's weird jokes and shit about Russia and stuff these days. For those of you who don't remember the Cold War from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, like really the Cold War, like post-Cuban Missile Crisis, you will never understand how fucking hated a Russian villain could be. Now there's a lot of jokes about them hacking our elections and shit, but back in the day, there was a real pervasive, daily, existential threat of us getting nuked.
Yep.
And one of the things I used to love about Russian characters, especially in a promotion that had like a U.S. or a North American or a national title, was the threat of, I am going to win your U.S. title, take it back to Mother Russia, you'll never see it again.
We're having trouble getting people to sign contracts to wrestle against us. I guess it's because they don't like being embarrassed, don't like being put down. Now that Nephew Nikita is United States Heavyweight Champion, I see this Captain Redneck. He is after United States title. This Ron Garvin, this Wahoo McDaniel, and of course, Magnum TA. He is crying about saying that Nephew Nikita stole it away from him. But the truth is, Magnum TA, whether you like it or not, Nephew Nikita did defeat you. You say we all interfere. That is lie. We never have to help Nephew Nikita. But you just go ahead and sign contract, and we'd be glad to put you down.
Yeah.
Those were some of my favorites. Just the chicken shittiness you can pull with that. Now, Ivan Koloff, I don't believe was ever played as a chicken shit, though.
The Russian Bear, and he had those thick thighs.
Yeah. I don't think they ever played him even slightly chicken shit.
I agree. I don't think they did either.
Yeah.
And what you're mentioning, he beat Bruno Sammartino, who we went over before, and I'm sure we'll go over in the future. What a great legend and a great champion he was. The thing is, too, Ivan went and got a anti-American, I think it was the Russian flag type thing with the sickle with slicing the eagle head off tattoo, legit, back when tattoos nowadays are common as fucking, as a common cold, I guess. I don't know what to compare it to. Everyone has a fucking tattoo.
I've got 15 of them.
He had a tattoo. Yep, I think you had that Long Ranger one. That's one of the ones I've seen of yours. I do like those as well. But he had one back when people didn't necessarily always have tattoos.
That I am the master of the Russian chain. Now the Russian chain, you can use it in any manner in the ring. You can take it, you can hit your opponent in the stomach, you can hit him in the face, in the kneecap, you can use it likewise to whip him with it across the face. You can imagine what this chain can do. 12 feet long, weighing around 15 pounds. One blow from it can knock you out. Now you see, Nikita, what you got in store. You can take the chain, you can choke your opponent likewise. You can take it, put it around his neck, hoist him up like this over your back. You can really punish your opponent like this until he cannot take anymore. You can imagine, Nikita, what would happen if I took this and hit you in the throat. You think your neck hurts now? Can you imagine if I hit you like this in the throat? If I took you and beat you? Goodness gracious.